Here are the top stories from the Philippine News Agency. We start off with positive updates on the local job outlook. The country's employment rate climbed to 96% in August this year, up from 95.6% in the same month last year, according to National Statistician Dennis Mapa. In a briefing this morning, Mapa says the number of employed Filipinos reached 49.15 million in August, surpassing both the 48.07 million in August 2023 and 47.7 million in July 2024. The top 5 industries with the largest increase in employment include the wholesale and retail trade, public administration and defense, accommodation and food service activities, other service activities, and transportation and storage. Mapa says more women joined the labor force with around 1.03 million female workers employed compared to the same period last year. The unemployment rate also dropped to 4% from 4.4% in August last year, while underemployment slightly decreased 11.2%, down from the 11.7% in August 2023. NEDA Secretary Alsenio Balisacan says the encouraging labor market outcomes, coupled with September's 4-year low inflation rate of 1.9%, may result in a livelier holiday season. He also emphasized the importance of implementing quick changes and investing in human resources to ensure lasting progress and enhance employment prospects for Filipinos. Shifting to updates from the top office, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. signed into law the Self-Reliant Defense Posture Revitalization Act to enhance the country's defense strategies by ramping up local production of military equipment. During the ceremonial signing in Malacanang, the President says the new law will allow the Philippines to advance technologies to combat unconventional threats in the current defense and security environment. Under the new law, the Department of National Defense is tasked with creating the Self-Reliant Defense Posture Program, which will revitalize the defense industry and address the country's short, medium, and long-term defense equipment needs. The law also prioritizes Filipino-owned enterprises in developing and servicing military technology and equipment, ensuring a homegrown approach to national defense. This law marks a continuation of the legacy started by former President Ferdinand E. Marcos Sr. in building a more self-reliant defense posture for the country.
With the signing of the Self-Reliant Defense Posture Revitalization Act, we are anchoring our defense strategy firmly in the strength of our own resources and capabilities. By establishing a clear framework to guide public-private partnerships, we are saying to local innovative councils, invention societies, universities, and other learning institutions, it is our chance to contribute to something greater, to help us protect the sovereignty and security of our nation.
Shifting gears now, Cavite Governor Jonvic Remulla is now the new Secretary of the Department of the Interior and Local Government. Remulla took his oath before President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Tuesday morning before the President left for the 44th and 45th ASEAN Summits and related summits in Laos. In a statement, Remulla says he intends to help not only his constituents in Cavite but also the whole country. He also pushed for the strengthening of the local government and the police force. Jonvic is joining his brother, Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla, in the cabinet. Remulla replaced Interior Secretary Benhar Abalos, who will run for senator in the 2025 midterm elections. He served as governor of Cavite twice, from 2010 to 2016, and then from 2019 to the present. He also served as the vice governor and as a member of the Cavite Provincial Board. Meanwhile, Cavite Vice Governor Athena Briana Tolentino took over as the province's top official. In other news, Saudi Arabia has executed a Filipino national who was charged for the murder of a Saudi citizen. Foreign Affairs Undersecretary for Migration Eduardo Jose de Vega confirms the execution was carried out on October 5 with no official notification from Riyadh. De Vega said the Philippine government did everything it could, including the offering of blood money, to stay the execution, but to no avail. He says the DFA is withholding details about the case out of deference to the family's wishes. Philippine Embassy in Riyadh, Chargé d'Affaires Romel Romato says the Saudi government carried out the execution in accordance with local procedures. He adds Manila extended all possible assistance, including legal representation to the Filipino, with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. writing a letter to Saudi King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud asking for pardon for the Filipino's life. The Filipino was sentenced to kisas or retribution for the killing of a Saudi national due to a financial dispute. The Philippine Embassy in Riyadh is working to resolve 9 other death penalty cases in Saudi Arabia. A look into the weather. Expect cooler weather in the coming weeks as PAGASA announced on Monday the end of the habagat or southwest monsoon season. The Weather Bureau says the habagat has significantly weakened over the past few days, meaning the country is transitioning to the northeast monsoon or amihan season. It says the start of the amihan season may be declared in the coming weeks. The amihan is a cold and dry air from the northeast that brings light to moderate rainfall. It also signals the start of the Christmas season in the country. Meanwhile, PAGASA spotted a low-pressure area 305 kilometers west of Coron, Palawan. However, the LPA will likely dissipate within the day. On the other hand, Bicol region and Quezon will have scattered rains and thunderstorms due to the easterlies. The easterlies will likewise cause isolated rains or thunderstorms over Ilocos region, Cordillera, Cagayan Valley, and Aurora. The rest of the country, including Metro Manila, will experience isolated rain showers caused by localized thunderstorms. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the PNA headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph, our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Servisyo Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. It's 78 days before Christmas. I'm Bench Bondok. This is the PNA Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.